The country's inflation rate further eased in May on the back of lower utility costs and slower price gains in restaurants and accommodation services. The Philippine Statistics Authority reports on Thursday, June 5, that the inflation rate slowed down to 1.3% in May from 1.4% in April. The inflation rate was faster at 3.9% in May 2024. According to the PSA, the May 2025 consumer price data marks the slowest pace since November 2019 at 1.2%. May's inflation print also settled within the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas' forecast range of 0.9% to 1.7%. Overall, the latest reading landed below the lower end of the official target range of 2 to 4%. Slower annual increments in the index of housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels contributed to the downward trend in overall inflation. Also contributing to the downtrend was a slower increase in prices of restaurant and accommodation services. The Manila Regional Trial Court Branch 12 entered a not guilty plea on behalf of former Negros Oriental Representative Teves in a case involving illegal possession of explosives. Teves personally appeared before the court on Thursday, June 5, despite requests from his lawyers that the arraignment be done via video conferencing. The expelled lawmaker was recently repatriated from Timor-Leste, where he sought asylum for nearly 2 years. Judge Renato Enciso presided over the arraignment of Teves. The arraignment was about the allegations stemming from the discovery of high-powered weapons and ammunition in his family compound in Bayawan City in 2023. Following the not guilty plea is the pre-trial, where pieces of evidence to be presented by both parties will be marked for presentation during the trial. Aside from this case, Teves also faces charges of multiple counts of murder, frustrated murder, and attempted murder for the death of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo and 10 others, as well as the 2019 killing of a local official. Teves was brought back to the Philippines on May 29 after his arrest in Timor-Leste. He is currently under the custody of the National Bureau of Investigation at its facility in Building 14 inside the maximum security compound of the New Bilibid prison. Teves was expelled from the role of the House of Representatives in 2023 for indecent conduct and chronic absence. The Sandigan Bayan junked an appeal to overturn the acquittal of Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Juan Ponce Enrile, his former aide Jessica Lucila Reyes, and businesswoman Janet Lim Napoles in their 172.8 million peso plunder case. The resolution was promulgated on May 29 and released only on Wednesday, June 4. According to the resolution, the Sandigan Bayan Special 3rd Division says the prosecution's appeal was not allowed because granting a demurrer to evidence in criminal cases is final and appealable. In its ruling on October 4, 2024, the anti-graft court cleared Enrile and Napoles of plunder in connection with the so-called pork barrel scam when it granted their separate demurrers to evidence. The accused had asked the court to dismiss the case against them due to weak evidence. If denied by the court, the trial will continue. Although the Sandigan Bayan denied a similar motion filed by Reyes, it eventually acquitted her in the decision. In 2014, the ombudsman charged Enrile, Reyes, and Napoles. They were accused of amassing about 172 million pesos from Enrile's Priority Development Assistance Fund from 2004 to 2010 when he was still in the Senate. Citing a 2004 Supreme Court ruling, People v. Sandigan Bayan, the Sandigan Bayan says that once a demurrer to evidence has been granted in a criminal case, it amounts to an acquittal. It adds that any further prosecution for the same offense will violate Article 3, Section 21 of the Constitution, the constitutional prescription on double jeopardy. The court points out that it cannot be faulted for refusing to consider testimony and documentary evidence from prosecution witnesses Ruby Tuason and Ben Herloy. It says they either lack details or were inadmissible. Tuason was a Malacanang's social secretary during the Estrada administration. Tuason supposedly gave the kickbacks to Reyes for Enrile. On the other hand, Luy is a cousin of Napoles who served as a financial officer for the businesswoman's company, JLN Corporation.